You know, shaitan wants that you worry about the future, that you just keep worrying. What's my son gonna do? What's my daughter gonna do? What's my husband gonna do? What's my wife gonna do? And you keep worrying about other people and what they're gonna do and how they're gonna feel. Like you're in charge of them or you're in control of them. We're barely in control of ourselves. But we think we can control what everybody else around us is gonna do and what their future is gonna be, and we wanna control their future. You'll have a mother dying every day. Why isn't my daughter who's married, why isn't she having a baby? When is she gonna have a baby? When is she gonna have a baby? And she's calling her and saying, you know, Allah wants you to have a baby. Allah doesn't want her to have a baby, you want her to have a baby. I don't know what email you got from Allah that you told her, but this is in your mind. You just want these anxieties, worldly things that you want is all you think about for the future. I don't have it, I just worry about it. I don't know why I don't have it. And you're just consumed by that, completely consumed by that. It could be the most innocent of things, but shaitan wants you to be that way, because when you do that, you're not happy with what Allah has given you, number one. And you easily forget that the one in charge is Allah. And the one in control over everyone is Allah. I am actually not in charge of my children. Once they get to a certain age, what they do is between them and Allah. All I can be is an advice. That's all I can do. But their decisions are going to be theirs. If our Messenger ﷺ can turn to his daughter and say, Ya Fatima, daughter of Muhammad, be mindful of God yourself, because I won't have any control when it comes to standing in front of Allah. I won't be able to help you. That's what he tells his own daughter. So how do you and I think we have control over others, even within our family? He wants us to think we're in charge, and and that's actually something only Allah has the right to. But He consumes our minds with it. And of course, when you try to control people, it backfires. It never works. You can never control people. And when you can't control people, you get even more anxious, and you get, negative constantly. And when you become negative constantly, it's impossible for you to be grateful. Look at how the ayah is going to end. You're not going to find most of them grateful, because they're going to be negative all the time. They're going to be anxious about the future all the time. What's going to happen to my job? What's going to happen with my money? Where's this going to come from? Where's that going to come from? What's going to happen to the health? What's going to happen to the kids? What's going to happen to this or that or the other? What if they find out? What if this happens? What if this one says this? What if that one does that? And you're just so overwhelmed by these petty things that you forget that Allah controls the future. And the fact that we had even a good, peaceful day, one moment, was not because we earned it or we planned it or we controlled it. It's Allah who gives relief. Every single day, that's Allah who gives relief. The fact that our bodies are still functioning and we're sitting here in the Friday prayer is Allah giving us relief, Allah giving us ability. And we forget that, and we think that we have to figure all the future out. We have to control all the outcomes. And that's one of the things shaitan wants, is to make you confused about thinking that you have something to do with the future. One of the greatest tricks of the shaitan is to make you pessimistic about the future. Nothing's going to work out, it's all going to be bad, nothing ever worked anyway, it's always going to fail. You become so negative that not only are you negative about your own self, your negativity becomes infectious. Even people around you. Somebody's happy about something, somebody graduated, you're like, yeah, but you're not really going to get a job. You just have to throw in some kind of negative, because, just our luck. Runs in the family, don't worry about it. This is the pessimism of the devil. He wants that from you, because if a person is pessimistic, then how can they have pessimism and hope in Allah? How can they have pessimism and reliance in Allah? Then with what heart are they making dua to Allah? If they've already accepted defeat inside, then nothing's going to work out. Then they have no expectation from Allah. Then they're the most essential relationship we have with Allah, which is that of asking Him, having hope in Him. You cut that off. You're hopeless. And what is shaitan by definition? He's hopeless. By definition, he's hopeless. And he wants you to become hopeless. These are his attacks from the front.